I just tripled my income in 50 days after being let go from my job. Finally, the last job that I ever will work in my life. They fired me, and I can do nothing but thank them. And I wish I would have been let go sooner. I thought the only way that you can make money is trading your time for it, which isn't true. You can trade value, and that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do so you can triple your income in online in 50 days or even sooner. Or even if you don't have an income currently, maybe just make your first dollar online. Because that's what I wish someone would have told me. I'm gonna give you everything you need in this video to tell you how I tripled my income in 50 days and to how to make your first dollar online. No fluff. First, my name is Bryce Jackson. I'm the CEO of Health is Wealth, and I run my business on School. School is a platform where you can discover communities and create your own community. It gives you the ability to create a network instead of a broadcast. If you don't know the difference, a broadcast will be one to many. So right now this is a broadcast. I'm speaking to you, but you don't necessarily have others that you're connecting with. Network is necessarily I say something to you, you go tell your friend, and then if your friend doesn't like my video, you can kind of convince him that this video is actually good and beneficial. That's a network. So even if your friend stops watching me, he's still tethered to you, and you can kind of tell him the things that I'm telling you. Essentially, that's who I am. That's where I run my business. What the business is about. I help male entrepreneurs lose 20 pounds in 90 days without giving up the foods that they love. When an entrepreneur hears that, they automatically go for that transformation because they feel like I'm talking to them. If I just say I help people lose weight, not only do people rarely believe that, it's going to take a long time because I'm leading them to pleasure versus a clear transformation or take them away from pain, such as instead of 3 ways to lose weight, it will be 3 reasons why you're not losing weight. And then after that video, I'll say, hey, fill out this form. And that way I can collect their details and remarket to them later. But just the first part of the business that I started, it started off with just I help people lose weight. Then it went to I help men lose weight. Then it went to I help men 16 to 30 lose weight. Then it was I help entrepreneurs lose weight. Now it's I help entrepreneurs lose 20 pounds in 90 days without giving up the foods that they love. So the best way to create your offer is to first of all say, I help X person get X result in X amount of time without giving up X. And if you can create an offer like that with a value equation, anyone will accept your offer. You have to make people an offer so good that people feel stupid saying no. And I read this from Alex Hormozi's book. It's actually $100 million offers. And that book alone has blown up my business. Reading the book and doing no work won't get you anywhere, of course. I like to read stuff and then go apply it as fast as possible so you can retain it. So how did I find my niche and how did I choose it? And how do I feel being in a saturated market such as fitness? Everywhere you look around, there's personal trainers everywhere. So how do I make money in a market that should be saturated? Well, first of all, I found my differentiator. Second of all, I chose what I had the most proof in. I actually want to only market and sell to entrepreneurs, but I don't want to compete with Alex Hormozi or Myron Golden or Iman Gadzhi or Samuel Nua or Andrew Tate, any of these guys who are already having big leverage and big money and big cars to show that, hey, I'm doing this thing. If you want to do it too, just come click this link. I don't have that proof yet. So instead, I'm going the back route, which is, hey, I've lost 100 pounds, 140 pounds to this day. I've kept it off for over 5 years. If you want to lose at least 10 to 20 pounds, I think I can help you do that. So it's completing something so big and helping someone with something so small that they have no choice to believe that you can get them this result if you've gotten this result. And once you tell them that the result that you're helping them get will lead them to something bigger, like if I help you lose 10 to 20 pounds as a salesman, you'll probably close 10 to 20 more deals because your confidence is going to go up. Your sales skills are probably going to go up because you're learning with me and I am a salesman. So I train people on the entrepreneurship side as well. And my differentiators, when they come in about their body, not only do I help them with their body, I help them with their business. And I help them in the back end. And I don't market that because then people will be expecting it. But if they come in and then I help them with their business and I blow them away, well, now they're canceling subscriptions to other people, and now their money's coming to me because they don't need those other people for business. I've had a guy spend 10 times the amount of money that he spent with me, came back and said, hey, that guy has nothing compared to just your 7 day free trial. Like, I feel like a fool for after buying his product. I thought it was coincidence. Another guy comes in, hey, I just talked to a girl and she bought this course for $5,000. And everything she's telling me, you told me days ago. So the information she's getting at 5,000, I was giving to him for $99 a month. And it's funny because he still ended up canceling. That's called a churn. People will leave you. People will always leave. That's why you have to always get new leads. But it's better to take care of the current customers that you have than to go try to find new ones. So never just be like, oh, I have to hurry up and go find new leads. No, take care of the ones that you have, but don't just be dependent on them. And it's actually better to sell annual or give people an option to go annual because you can guarantee that they'll be here for 12 months now. And if they churn, well, that'll be on them, but you still already got the money. And if they leave, That would make no sense. No one would have 67 days left and just leave. No one does that. You must have really made them upset to have someone leave before they can get their money. Everyone wants to get their money's worth. I decided to focus on people and not income, and that's what grew my income more. Because it's not that I was just like, oh my God, I need to triple my income. No, I didn't think about it, or I didn't even know until I looked back after 50 days and I realized, damn, I was at $455. Now I'm at 2K. So, and this is a month, meaning monthly recurring revenue. And that's not a lot in the real world, but in the online space, oh, I'm super rich because I work for me. I work for me. There's no one telling me to do anything. I can wake up whenever I want. I can go wherever I want. And this is not a lie. I can actually do this. Yesterday, it was a Sunday. I hated being out because it was so many people because it's their weekend. For me, I do this every day on a Tuesday, on a Monday, on a Wednesday. I can go out whenever I want, where I want. Doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter the place. And there is certain places I can't go to because money's my master in those areas. That's why I have to make more money. Money is your master if you don't have the money to do certain things. So if your friend says, "Hey, I want to go to this place and it costs $300," but you want to go and you say no because of the money, money's your master. Money is a wicked master, but a faithful servant. So if you're not putting your money to work for you, then of course it's gonna slap you in the head and tell you, "Hey, go work for me. Go, hurry up. Go get on the workforce. Go do in the warehouse. Go do the Amazon. Go drop ship. Go do something. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to go make some money. So money will tell you to go work, and it's not money itself, of course, but the world will tell you, "Hey, you need money. Oh, you want to pay for this? You need that. You need money." So it's gonna always gonna be a reminder. I don't want to be capped. That's why I hate the 9 to 5 workforce. I don't like the feeling that I can work as hard as I can in my whole life and still get paid the same thing. I don't like that they tax your overtime hours and all this extra stuff to the point where it doesn't even feel like you did overtime because you have to slave 10 to 20, 30 extra hours to get a couple hundred extra dollars. That's still going to go away because you already have a list of things that you're trying to buy as soon as your check comes. This is one of the number one things that keeps people poor. They pay their bills first. I do not pay my bills first. I got into an argument with my dad about this, and he didn't believe me because I'm living at my mom's right now. But I moved back home because I was paying $2,500 in rent in a market that sucks. So instead of doing that, I now have no expenses there, and I now can use that money to pay for software costs to build my business. And because I moved home and I didn't have any pride, and I didn't say, okay, I have to be a millionaire at 23, and I was only 22 when I moved back. Because at 19 I moved out, so for 3 years I was doing it on my own. But think about all that money I could have saved. I could have saved over $250,000 because I spent over 100 grand in rent for sure, in just months and food and all this crap that I'm just buying for 3 years straight. My credit cards going in debt because I'm swiping here and swiping there. All that could have been stored, and I could have then left now with a built business and understanding financial literacy and understanding that if you keep your expenses low and keep your income high, then obviously you're going to be in a better place than instead of only making 2,000 a month and my rent is 2,500 and I'm wondering why I'm not making rent or we can't go out. And I say we because I have a wife as well. So now I have to manage two people and I couldn't even take care of one. Now it's a totally different story. I can now do it. I can now manage it. I just spent like I think like a thousand or 2,000 in the last couple days, like, and I don't feel it because of how fast I can make money now. And it's not necessarily about making $100, and it's not necessarily about making $1 million. Let me give you an example. So if you make $100 in 24 hours, that's 3 grand a month, and you have to work 24 hours for it. If you make $100 an hour, but you don't have to cut off your hours, that's 2,400 a day. It's like 60 grand a month. So you don't have, and that's including like that's not including taxes, but you still would probably bring in like 60, because that $400 on top you can throw towards taxes. But um, this is what it's like when you're out the workforce versus when you're in. So let's say if you're trying to get $1 million now, and it takes you 25, and you only make $25,000 a year, which is average for everyone. And if you don't know how much that is, let's break it down. 25,000 divided by 12 is 2,000 a month. So if you're not making more than 2,000 a month and nothing changed right now, but you just kept working the same job, it will take you 40 years to make $1 million. 40. It will take you 40 years to make $1 million, which is a long time. So you're not necessarily rich because you made the money. You're rich because of how fast you made the money. And then you stay rich by not having a lot of money to spend. So if I make 10,000 but I spend 10,000, I'm still broke. If I make 5,000 but I only have to spend 1,000, I'm richer than the guy that made 10 because he had more revenue, but I have more profit. And the name of the game is profit. Like in a book called Profit First, it talks about when you get your money, you put your profit first and then do everything else after. Instead of paying your employees, your bills, your this, your light bill, your taxes, and then you see, okay, what's left for me? That's the wrong way to go about it. You need to go profit first. And that's what I did. So over the past 90 days when I was building this business, I tried to do profit first. So for every $100 I made, I tried to put $20 away, 20% profit. And then for every 1,000 I made, I tried to make sure I bought a stock, $175 stock. So that way I can look up and I can have 10 stocks that are worth $117, which is $1,000 put up in the stock market. I don't necessarily suggest putting your profits in the stock market, but for me, I just needed friction because if I keep transferring it from bank to bank, it's super easy to get the money back. But if I have to wait a day for the money to come or I have to pay a $37 fee for some quick impulse buy, then obviously I won't do it. I can overthink it and I can say, okay, well, I wouldn't want to pay $40 to pay for this $37 thing. That's $77. That's not worth it. And I actually don't even need this. I just want it. So it makes you think versus, oh, I can just transfer this $100 to this account. Oh, I need $100 right now. I might as well use it. Boom, it's done. I'll make it back. Terrible way to go about it. You don't always need to go make your money back. Just stack it and make it work for you. I made $300 in a day, like I think yesterday, because of my stocks went up. I've never done that in my life before. I woke up to a plus 300. That's what lets me know I'm breaking out the rat race because all I did was put my money there and let it work for me. But I'm not trying to get rich in the stock market. Today I woke up, it's down $170. The average person will be scared. Oh my God, I should have pulled out $300. No, because eventually that's going to be up thousands. I just got to let it ride, keep trusting the process. I don't care if I go down minus 500. It's like a short pain in your heart and then you let it go. But let's get back on topic. This is what everyone likes to skip. I researched my target audience for like 60 days, meaning I studied them. I did tests on them. I helped them for free. I did all these things that people skip. I didn't care about getting paid. I cared about the person. I was helping women and then I realized I didn't like helping women at all. So then I started helping men. Then I helped a couple kids and I was like, I don't like helping kids at all. So now I help only men, and they have to be above the age 18 for sure, and they have to have the buying power for what I'm selling, or they must get their parents to do it. But I'm not gonna go sell your parents. You have to do that. You have to be solution aware. You have to say, I have a problem, mom. I think you're the solution, and I think this guy is the solution too. You have the money, mom. He has the knowledge. I really want you to buy this course because it's gonna go towards my self development journey. And boom, you buy the course, you buy the program, whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be for me, but anyone that you're like watching that you currently like want to invest in, but you just don't know how because you don't have the money, use OPM, other people's money. OPM is how I got my business started. I called 20 family members and I said, can I have $100 for my business and I'll reimburse you later? 18 people said no. Two said yes. I just won't be rushing to the rescue when I'm a millionaire. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I have the money. I'm not willing to give away anything that may not come back to me. So if someone asks me for money, let's say it's $100, but if they die tomorrow, if I need this $100, I'm not sending it. Versus like if they died tomorrow and I sent that 100, I can be okay with it. Like I don't ever send money that I want to come back. I send money in the idea that it probably won't come back, and if it does, then it does. But when you're sending money to people who need it, they're in the lack mindset, so they're probably gonna need it more. They're gonna need it more than once, more than twice, more than three times. I've been in it, bro. I've asked the same guys for like money for like 5 times in a row to the point where it's embarrassing. Like, damn, should I even ask? And either you ask or you don't, but either way, people are gonna perceive you how you perceive yourself. So if you're like, I know what I'm doing, I know I've asked you 7 times in a row, but there's not gonna be an eighth time because this time I'm gonna get it. That's the mindset I got. I done asked my investors for money over and over and over to the point where they look at me, they're like, another venture or another idea, another this. I don't care. Trust me, you're investing in me, not my ideas. The ideas is coming from a part of me. You're investing in the person. Though the person, I'm gonna create the idea. I'm the stock that you're investing in me. So even if this business doesn't go, if my next one goes, you're still getting profit. Trust me. That's a great idea, you know? Creating yourself as the stock instead of marketing, hey, just help me blow up this one business. That one business may not blow up. My first business, I thought that was going to take me to $1 million. No, I had to shut it down because it was losing me $600 a week because it was a service-based business inside and I can only sell inside of my city. And if I don't sell inside of my city, it costs more. And I have to pay electricians $300 a day to come out and service these houses. It was an electrician company for solar. Cool. I still have the company. I still own it. I still have 4 figures in revenue coming in next year. And that's because I sold an annual product. But either way, it wasn't profitable. So that's why I started this online business because I can now service people online. I have a couple different clients in the UK. I have clients in Houston, Illinois, Georgia, Florida, places I've never even been myself, just because it's in a digital world. If you can just study your niche for around 90 days, 60 days, and just don't be greedy, give away as much free knowledge as possible, and trade that instead for testimonials, It will do you so much justice. Like imagine like if you had 50 testimonials versus a guy who has like 10 years of experience. The 10 years of experience isn't proven. The 50 testimonials are. So someone's like, I have 10 years of experience, 1,000 hours of training. You're gonna get 30 of courses of mine. Cool. Versus me, and I come and I say I have 50 guys who have went through the transformation of all different races, all different ages, and if you want to be one of those, just click the link down below. You don't even know the offer is yet, but if you like his transformation, you want it too. And if the transformation isn't clear, the transaction won't be either. So make sure your transformation is clear. A lot of times people have these narratives as if they can be bad buyers and be great sellers. I catch myself when I'm a bad buyer. If I go somewhere and I'm like, "Ooh, this is expensive." No, it's not. I need to make my money because it is not expensive. It was relatively cheaper than any other thing that would have cost this, and it would have cost me more to go somewhere else. The other day I went somewhere, it was $100. Every $3 that I was every $100 that I withdrew was $3 charge USD. So that's $6 for 200 bucks that I pulled out. But every other ATM is $3. I know people that would have drove around the corner somewhere else because they want to save $3. I wish I would spend my time looking for another ATM, looking for another place to go for $3. $3. And it's crazy because the old version of me would because I'm thinking I'm saving money. And it's crazy. Like it's a dumbfounded mindset that you think that you're saving money when time is worth more than money. But people think time is money when it's not. Time is not money. Time is worth more than money. Two different things. So how do you create valuable products and lead magnets? Well, for me, I created my product by letting them go through a transformation and then asking them what was most valuable. So after 60 days, I finally get my first client. He comes in, I take him through my setup that I already had waiting for him, meaning like have a process and a sequence that you want them to go through. Like I know when I was losing 100 pounds, how I would have wanted to go through it. So I set it up that way, meaning I wouldn't have wanted to just lose all the foods that I love, work out every single day. I wouldn't want to do that. So I set it up in a way that they don't have to do that either. They can kind of build the habits on the way and stack the habits so they can just become the person slowly and not feel it. So in 60 days from now, they're a totally different person. Like I have this one guy, he came in on day one, wasn't doing anything with his body, he wasn't eating healthy, and he wasn't working out, and he was only inside. Now he's cycling 10 miles a day. He's working on his business. He's in the calls every day. He's been consistent. He completed 75 hard. He got his abs showing already. And that's just in 60 days of a transformation or whatever. And of course, he signed up for annual. In 60 days, he lost 20 pounds. So I'm like, that's an offer. What if I can help people lose 20 pounds in 60 days? Then someone else comes in less than 90 days, in less than 60 days again, they lose 20 pounds. They're two different races, two different ages. So I say, that's an offer. I then make the offer 20 pounds in 90 days. Why? Because just because it happened for them, it may take someone else 90. So I'm giving myself leg room, even though I know it can happen in 60. Dude, I've lost 7 pounds in one day. I'm not going to go market. Hey, how to lose 7 pounds in one day? I'm an anomaly. I had to run 10 miles and not eat that day. And then after I ate, of course, I gained 2 more pounds that same day. So why would I go market? Hey, how to lose 7 pounds in one day when it's not actually true and it's not the average of what happens. But if someone comes in and they lose 20 pounds in 60 days, another one comes in and loses 20 pounds in like 43 days, okay, this is a real offer. So I'm guaranteeing, hey, you will probably lose 20 pounds in 90 days if you do these things. And I don't guarantee that you'll lose the weight because you have to do the work, but I can guarantee that the systems work. That's all you can guarantee because you can't guarantee nothing but death and taxes. Do not guarantee people, you can guarantee their money back. I give 100% guarantee to their money back because I care about what people think of me. So I would rather give you your money back and you left with value than you come to me and say, hey, um, can I get your money? Can I get my money back? I don't like this. I'm like, nope, you paid. This is what you get. And now you go tell 10 to 20 other people that you don't like me because you didn't get your money back and this happened. At least if you leave, you kind of feel like you stole because you're like, dang, I kind of got something from him, but I didn't pay him. I kind of feel like I'm stealing. It's something called the rule of reciprocity where you want to give back to when people are giving you, which is why you transact for value. If not, you wouldn't pay for words. You're paying right now with your time. If you're still watching this, I promise you you'll make $1 million because the attention span, you have to have a high attention span to watch a video like this from a person like this who doesn't have status yet. If you're watching this when I'm already famous, it doesn't count because I know I'm gonna be rich and wealthy one day. So if you're watching this when I'm wealthy, it doesn't count as much. You got like a 30% chance of becoming successful. If you're watching this before I got 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers or more, you're gonna be wealthy. If you're watching this after, you need to keep grinding because this is just one video in the hundreds of videos that you've watched that haven't got you rich because you haven't created your own hundreds of videos or created a product that people are willing to buy or transact their time or their energy for. Because if you can get their time, that's the most important currency. Attention is currency. So how much value is too much value? I give so much away. I make sure I have a 10 to 20 to 30 to 40x multiplier of what you pay me. So if you give me $1, I'm gonna make sure you get $20 worth of stuff back, $100 worth of stuff back minimum. If you give me $100, I'm gonna make sure you have $1,000 worth of stuff, $10,000 worth of stuff minimum. And I've been proving this. I had a guy come in, he paid $100 off of the offer that I created him for his business because his health side was already okay. I gave him one clear roadmap. I gave him one clear thing. I said, hey, you book calls, you'll make cash. Calls booked equals cash. Do you have anyone that you have right now that you can go get on a call with? He said, yeah, I do. Go get on a call with him and call me back and tell him this thing. Say you're gonna pay him 1,000. He's gonna pay $1,000 up front, and $97 a month. And the reason why he has to pay $1,000 up front is because he gets access to this. And the reason why he has to pay $97 is because he keeps access to this. And without this little thing, this big thing isn't as good. But with this little thing, making this big thing, and 10x is the big thing. But these are two separate products. So this can be like a SaaS product, and this can be a service. So, or this can be a product, this can be a service, or this can be a service, this can be a product, like whatever you want to do. Or you can sell your personalization, but you're not selling the pieces, the process, and the person. You're selling the payoff. So remember the 4 P's: pieces, process, person, payoff. You're focused on the fourth P, payoff. That's all I'm focused on. So that's why I'll say, hell, I'll help you lose 20 pounds in 90 days without giving up the foods that you love. But I'm not necessarily saying, hey, you're gonna be working out every single day. You're gonna be dieting. You're gonna be that's the no one wants to hear that. They want to hear about the vacation. Don't tell them about the plane ride. Just sell the vacation. You're gonna get to Maui. You're gonna be hula hooping with Hawaiians. And after you get done with that, you're gonna go surf with all the bros. And then after you get done with that, you're gonna come back to the villa, an all-inclusive villa. And all you have to do is just click the link down below and sign up, and you can enter for that. I just sold you a vacation. You don't have to necessarily tell them, hey, you're gonna have to go on board, you're gonna have to walk into the flight, and then after you get in, TSA is gonna search you. No one wants to hear that, and if they hear that, they're gone. So tell them about the payoff and then explain the process later. They're gonna have to go through it anyway. So don't explain the process twice. So okay, we have a product, but if you have a product but you have no one to sell it to, it doesn't matter. But either way, you need to find some way to transact your value for money, because there's people out here who don't care about the money, but they care about your value, and you don't care about the value that you have because you have so much of it, but you need their money because you're tired of being poor. So all you're gonna do is literally create this product, and you can let it create itself by helping people for free in a niche that you love, or create it yourself and then perfect it later. So I started off with just helping you lose weight, and then I got to male entrepreneurs only, no age limit currently. But that came from 60 to 90 days of just testing out. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I found so many ways it didn't work. I found the way that did. So find the product, of course. And when marketing the service, you need to choose one channel. If you choose one product, one channel, and one niche, you'll get to 10K, 100K per month. And this isn't from me because I'm not at 10 to 100K per month comfortably to be able to say that yet. But Alex Hormozi, as my mentor, he's at millions of dollars a month. So he's told me this personally, so I know that it works. And like I've had Alex Hormozi say my name, like Bryce Jackson, and Bryce Jackson, and like it's in one of these videos on the YouTube, so you got to go check it out. So, and I'm not gonna post it. You either gonna believe me or you don't. But and I posted it in that video. That's what I mean. So either go watch the video and you can see that Alex Hormozi himself saying, "Hey, Bryce Jackson," because I'm in the freaking lives asking good questions or saying hi to him first out of thousands of people that's trying to get his attention too. It's not a coincidence. Multiple times he said my name, and it's gonna be even better when I shake his hand in person and I come back to you guys like, "Yo, how I got Alex Hormozi to shake my hand." And it's coming up probably in a couple months because I'm going to school games, which is winning a competition for making the most revenue in your niche. So I'll have more proof and I'll find more of you guys, and more of you guys will be watching this. I have a fitness channel, and I have a religious channel, and I have a wealth channel. And on this wealth channel, I promote the wealth side, of course. I don't give you guys fitness stuff because you're not looking for it. You're on the wealth side of you're on the wealth side of the world. So why am I gonna force you fitness stuff when you're looking for the wealth? But there are plenty of you who are probably overweight who need to lose weight, but you want to build a business at the same time. So I might be the perfect person to help you get there. So, and by the way, if you are interested in something like that, I'll leave a questionnaire down below so you can fill it out, because I don't work with everyone. I'm very strict because I'm actually giving you my time, and I'm not selling my time because everyone has to trade their time for money, and essentially they just trade it faster than others to get more money. But I don't sell my time. You're not going, ooh, 10 hours of call with me. I'm not special, but I do have a process that works that gets me a certain outcome. And if you want that outcome, I can help you get there. And it will be cheaper than paying someone else who may not get you that result as good. So you essentially will pay less for me to get more than to paying someone else more to get less. And I've seen it happen. So that's another thing too. Sell something that you can help someone get a better outcome than they would go pay someone else for, and you're going to be wealthy. Because why would they? Imagine if there's another site called Bamazon, and instead of spending money on Prime, it's already free. So now they send it to you faster and it's cheaper. Eventually, Amazon will start losing people because it's like, why would we use Amazon when Bamazon is cheaper and faster? Bam, it happens like that. I just gave you an idea right there. That's how fast an idea can form. I'm gonna just beat Amazon. All Amazon did was literally take Walmart's business model and put it online. Think about that. You're gonna be like, wow. Walmart's business model, suppliers, demand, all these different things in my store. Let's put that online and have people shop it. But instead of you having to walk into Walmart, I'll send you your stuff. He solved the problem that you didn't know that you had before you had it. You didn't know that you didn't feel like going to the store and going to get your stuff. You didn't know how convenient it was to send you a product when you don't have access to it at the store. You didn't know how important it was to have 13 books show up on your doorstep after you order them, instead of having to go shop for them and hope one's there and spend 45 minutes of your own time shopping for books. So, solve a problem that people don't even know that they have. You go to the doctor and you say, hey, I have a headache. They're not going to be like, okay, here's aspirin. They're going to say, what exactly is this headache not letting you do? You're going to say, when I eat and I chew, it makes my head hurt. Okay, when you eat and you chew and it makes your head hurt, do you also get dizzy when you bend over? Actually, yes, I do. And then what is this going to start to do? They're amplifying the pain to the point where you think the problem is bigger. So they'll send you home with more things or more tests or more this, because that's how Big Pharma makes millions and millions and billions of dollars. It's not by saying, hey, here's aspirin and sending you home and having the aspirin actually work. No, it's going to spark something else that makes something else hurt, that makes something else hurt, that makes something else hurt, that makes you come back. They hate when I go to the doctor. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want this. Don't give me this. Don't want. Nope. 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 Ready to leave? Yes. Because I'm all natural guy. And that's what I teach on the health side. I can help somebody who has a cold lose it in like 3 days versus taking medicine in 10 to 20 days. I'm not going to market, hey, how to lose your sickness in 3 days, because I did it for myself. Like, that's what I mean. That's not my biggest offer. But when they come in and they're like, dang, I have a cold, Bryce, and I say, hey, try this. Like, damn, this guy helps with everything. Or you come in and your chef is asking you, hey, what kind of meals and calories do you right? And you're like, what are you talking about? Oh, Bryce, you mean? You mean my guy who I hired for this? Yeah, I'm gonna give you his number and you just talk to him about it. So now you just delegated your chef. That just saved you 6 hours time. So you can now just sit down and eat your food. The high level entrepreneurs will pay for that. And I know that. And I'm gonna market to them eventually. And I'm still marketing to them now, but it's hard to find them. That's why I'm doing videos like this, because they're looking for money and they're trying to save money. And you know, as an entrepreneur, if you're trying to save your time, thinking about health, I'm gonna give you what right now. You spend an hour, let's say you eat 3 meals a day. That's 3 hours. Plus cooking, that's 6 hours. Seven in a week, that's 42 hours in a week, just off of eating. If you're an average person, meaning you haven't delegated any system, you're spending 40 hours a week just prepping and eating, not including grocery shopping, not including if you have others to prep for, not including if you're watching a show and you're taking your sweet time, not including if you go to the poop after, right after. That's a 40-hour work week gone on eating. Now imagine if I can systemize that, and not including the 20 hours a day you're spending on food, which adds up to $600 a month because you're eating fast food. What if I can get you healthier food, save you $400 a month on a $200 budget? So you save 400, you have healthier food, and so you save more money. So you save around $400, you have healthier food. I've already paid for myself. Your body's already getting better, and you have time to work on your business. That's just one offer in that's just one offer in a community. But that offer itself is strong enough for $99 a month, which is one of my communities for. And then I have another one that's $5,000 for the year, which helps people do even more. Helps them build their body and business. One of them is just body, one of them is body and business. Because I know I've made a guy 2,000, 3,000 in a month, and he just met me. So and that's not even the full payment. He'll probably get more once the payments are done. So just imagine when I have hundreds of thousands of people that I know, I'm gonna be making people hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because if I only have 30 people in my community currently, so if I had 30 people in my so at the time when this guy made thousands of dollars, I only had 30 people in my community. So imagine when I have 300, he would probably 10x how much he made, because he already made that off of just this little input and off of a few members of mine. So imagine if I can set it up to where everyone needs this. Let's say you have a company where you do computer cleaning. And I say, hey, I have a guy who does computer cleaning. You send your computer in, he cleans it, he wipes your storage, he does this, he does that, and he gives you everything that you need to make it faster, make your computer faster. And it would be like you bought a brand new computer, and it's probably 37 different viruses on there that he can remove. As a business owner, you need that. Your computer's gonna be down for around 2 weeks, but after you get it back, it's gonna save you probably around 2 months of time. That's an offer. I just made that up. There's probably no one who does that, but if there is, guess what? That's an offer. So now everyone who comes in, I'm like, hey, it's gonna cost $2,000 for this, but it's worth it. $2,000 in 2 weeks. They're like, oh, I don't know. Okay, bro, I'm telling you, my computer never crashes anymore. I don't have any loading speed. I don't have this anymore. I don't have this. And he'll transfer all your files into another storage, into a hard drive, and it's included in the price. So if you have files that's stuck on there that you're trying to get out to have more storage, he'll do that for you because you don't know how. Charge him 2 grand for that because they were already going to spend the money anyway. I charge the other guy a grand to actually do it. I say, hey, I'll send you $1,000. He probably only charges $500 to actually do the service. So he just made double his money doing it with me because I created an offer and I formulated it more and I made it more valuable. And I portrayed the offer to my audience. And instead of them spending their money with me on my offers, I created an offer for someone else. And now they're spending money with them too. But I made money. And effective marketing strategies, and truthfully, in the effective marketing strategies area, if you just make, if you grow your influence, you'll grow your income. And I used to just try to grow my income first. Now I'm in love with influence. And then eventually I will become a big influencer where people respect very highly. And anything that I click, anything that I post, people will watch because they know that anytime they see me, they associate it with value. But it's going to take a while and it's okay. And I'm willing to wait a while because the best things are worth the wait. I'm not in a rush to get rich because I'm trying to get wealthy. So if you're in a rush to get rich, you might miss out on getting wealthy. I just made that quote. I'm coining that. So be consistent with your marketing. If you avoid obscurity, meaning not knowing that people not knowing that you exist, you will make a lot of money. The difference between people knowing you exist and the people not knowing you exist is how your business grows and how I triple my income in 50 days. I only had one customer that, or four customers when I left. Now I got like 20. I literally 4 or 5x my customers, so I 4 or 5x my revenue. And it's not all profit because I have one guy that works for me 20% commission. He just asked for a raise for 40% commission. I didn't question him. He said he was worth it, so I agree. And if I wanted to say no, I could have, but I don't like questioning people's worth. If he feels like he's worth 40%, I'm not gonna say he's not. Until I feel like you're not, I will tell you you're not. But you have to prove to me that you're not who you say you are. I will not tell you who you're not, so you say you are. You say you're worth 40%, run it. Show me. He's got me 15 leads. I wake up to book calls. He's worth 40%. If not, I'll still be stuck at 5 leads because I don't have the time. Why don't I have the time? Because I'm closing for a higher leverage guy who has over 1 million subscribers. And I closed 20 leads. I closed 20 deals for him in the past 3 days. 2K in revenue just yesterday. So if I did that every day, that's a 60K per month. If I just got 20% of that, it's like 12K. And I didn't have to go work hard for it. All I did was make calls to people who already desire his outcome. He just doesn't have the time to make it. So I'm making calls on his behalf, and someone else is making calls on my behalf because I don't have the time to reach out for them for to beg them to come for my offer. But I do have the time to go convert people over because that's going to make me money up front. So I'm essentially working a job in the front end, and I could be doing this wrong, but it's a decision that I'm making that I have to live with. I could double down my business and say no to this opportunity. This could be a little shiny object syndrome, which you could be have to be careful of. New opportunities that you're hopping on, so you're slowing down your current vehicle because the grass looks greener over there. That could be true, or this could be an opportunity that actually breaks my business, actually blows my business up. Because I did that opportunity, I've already had 2 sales from him, meaning I closed people from him, and those people said, "Hey, I want your thing too," just because they now know it existed. But if I was being greedy and I'm trying to go for my money, I wouldn't have made money with him. So if I make 2K in a day for his business, that's $400 for me part time, and it takes me a couple hours maybe making the calls. So now I'm making almost $100 an hour part time. That funds more than my business. I can pay my employee, which it costs me around $400 a month with the current revenue that I have, with that in a day. So I now have 29 days of profit. That's how you beat the system. This video is actually very impactful. If you're watching this, you're for sure getting value. I have not done like a 20-30 minute video before. It's going to be the first one. Okay, lastly, after you have the product, you market it, of course, you need to do customer success. Like, you actually have to care about the people once they get in. Like, don't just get the money and be like, okay, you guys take care now. Like, I actually care about my people. I don't block them with time and calls. Like, I market on my business. It says, hey, you get 10 hours of personal one-on-one coaching with me. But once they get in, they sometimes get 20, 30, 40 hours, just depending on who they are. Because if we have an hour conversation, 30, 40 days over the lifespan of a year, that's 40 hours of calls, but you were only supposed to get 10. I 4x what you said you were going to get just because I care about you. I'm not going to charge you extra. Say, well, you just went over your 10th call. And eventually I will because my time is valuable. But right now, I have the time for my community because they had the time to invest in me. So I'm giving them a gift. So I just created a $5,000 offer. Anyone who was paying that $99 offer got access to that $5,000 offer. What does that do? Now, if you cancel this 99, you have to come back and pay this 5K. So that keeps my churn low. And the 5K also becomes a price anchor. Meaning, hey, if you don't have this $99 thing, you don't get access to this 5K thing. Exactly what I told you. It's a forced continuity offer. And most people need to lose the weight while they're building the business or delegate some part of their health. So if you're not delegating some part of your health, I understand, but you're losing out. Think about how much brain fog that you have that could be possibly stopping you from making the right decision or stopping you from creating the idea or stopping you from even working consistently. I can work 12 hours a day. It's minimum. It's 1:30. I've been in workflow for around an hour, but I don't feel it. This video right now is at 41:30. It's probably gonna, after I edit, probably be 30-minute video. Last thing I'm actually gonna tell you is to start. None of the stuff actually matters if you don't start. So I'm gonna leave a link, two links. If you want to work with me, I'll leave a questionnaire down below so you can maybe build your body and business at the same time. If you want to start your own business right now and you don't want any help, you just want to go, I'm gonna leave a link to School Affiliate. This will give me the recurring revenue that you were gonna give to school anyway, and instead you would be giving it to me. It'd be 40% revenue. So it'd be $40 go to me, $50 go to school. If you don't use my link, $100 goes to them. Either way, you're gonna spend the money. So you can either support me and get a free coaching call, or you can go spend it with them and just go do it on your own. Either way, I believe that you're a smart person for starting. Be wealthy.